Okay, we're talking about skill number 215, using a formula that they give you. So these will be formulas that are probably bigger and nastier than they would have expected you to have memorized. Because in the ACT, they do expect you to have some of these memorized. But this one, for example, the volume of right circular cone, pretty unlikely that they would want you to have that memorized. So they were going to give it to you in the question. So let's say they have given you this tough formula, and now you just have to evaluate it in a word problem. Well, they're going to give you the rest of the information, and you're just going to have to plug that information in and figure out what they're asking for. And this is a really important part. You've got to figure out what they're asking for. Now, whenever I make a word problem, I strongly recommend you draw a little picture of the situation. So this is an ice cream cone, and label that picture with whatever you know. It has a height of 8, and it doesn't say what the radius is, so it does have a volume of 150 cubic centimeters. Volume is 150 cc's. Okay. Now, once you've got your word problem picture set up, then you figure out the formula you need. Well, they give me the formula. It's really nice. So there it is. And now I just have to put in things into that formula. So the volume they give me is 150 equals 1/3 pi, which I know is 3.14, and you can use the pi button on your calculator, r squared times the height. And the height they give me is 8. So once you've got your picture drawn, you take your stuff from your picture and you put it into the formula. So the 150 went here and the 8 went there. Okay. Now I just have to solve it. As many of you that have me in class know that I really like graph both sides and see where they cross. So this is an option for you. Otherwise, I can show you the algebraic way to solve this one. To get rid of the 1/3, I'm going to multiply by 3. So 150 times the 3 is going to be 450 equals pi r squared times 8. Now I'm going to divide by 8 on both sides. Divide by 8, divide by 8, gets rid of that. And now I can get r squared alone by dividing by pi. So I'm going to just divide by pi here. There we go. Okay. So r squared is equal to this. So if r squared equals that, now I just have to take the square root of that. So if I have a calculator, which I do, all I'd have to do is take the square root of this value and I'll have my answer. Now, the point of this was to show you how to set it up. And of course, this answer said, what is the radius to the nearest centimeter? So it's rounded. I'll pause for a second while I crunch the number here. Okay, so the calculator says that 450 divided by pi times 8 is 17.90, etc. Now I use the pi button on that one, so if you use 3.14, it'll be a little different. Now I'm just going to have to take the square root of that. So the square root of, and then I can just say the previous answer, so second answer, which is the thing above the negative sign down there. And I get 4.23, and that means that the closest answer here is 4. All right, so moral of the story, you have a word problem, and it has a big formula in it. You just start by drawing a picture, then you take your formula and you stick your numbers from your picture that were here and here, and you stick those numbers into your formula and you solve. And since you have a calculator, don't forget, you could graph both sides and see where they cross, or you can solve it with algebra. Have a great day.